Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us, we have Jordan Berger, Senior Vice President of Strategic Partnerships and Marketing with MoneyShow. Jordan, it is great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
It's a pleasure to be back. Thanks for having me, Jill.
All right, let's talk about retail investors, some of the trends that you've seen there, and how has increased volatility created more opportunity for them?
Yeah, that's a great question. So retail investors play a significant role in the stock market's overall performance over the last 2 years and have been hit with just a surge of volatility in the recent months. Then came January, where we saw one of the largest sell-offs since the 2008 financial crisis. And that was before the Russia-Ukraine invasion. And then you add supply chain constraints and inflation and rate hikes from the Fed. That's really kind of shifted many of the retail investors' mindsets. But believe it or not, they've actually been buyers of the dips over the last 3 to 4 weeks. And the recent Bank of America survey itself just actually stated that they bought over 10 billion in securities over the last 2 to 3 weeks. So a lot of people are saying that when the retail comes in the market and buys the dip, that's a positive sign for the market. So we're seeing they're not necessarily deterred from this volatility, but more looking at it as an opportunity to buy the dip and get into some lower priced valuations, if you will.
All right, and tell us about the Money Show taking place next week.
Absolutely. So we've got a fantastic event coming up next week, March 22nd to the 24th. We've seen education at an all-time high, not just from the investor side of our business, but also from the advertiser side of our business for a lot of ETF issuers and different exchange partners looking for just different ways to getting their education out there. Next week, we'll see roughly 4,500 retail investors come online to our event. We've got a fantastic lineup of keynote speakers, many of the major names and heavy hitters you see on NBC and CNBC daily. This includes Steve Forbes, Todd Sosnoff, Keith Fitzgerald, David Keller, Mike Larson, many more. And they'll be talking really about different strategies for a rising rate environment and essentially how to navigate volatility in the coming weeks. How
is Nasdaq participating?
Yeah, so we've got 2 fantastic sessions from Nasdaq next week. We've got one on credit vertical spreads with Ed Modla from OIC, and we've got also joining him is Seamus Scaring, who's the U.S. Options Senior Analyst at Nasdaq. And then we've got another panel coming up on Wednesday, March 23rd at 4:50. And that'll be talking about incorporating volatility as an asset class. So 2 really great sessions. Both of them are free and available to everyone to log in and watch. They can actually learn more about that at nasdaq.moneyshow.com if you'd like to register free and see the full agenda.
All right. Great to see you as always, Jordan. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.